February's jobs report completed the best 3-month showing for the economy in years. On average, nearly 250,000 jobs have been added each month since December. Alan Krueger chairs the Council of Economic Advisors, and he joins us now from the White House. Thanks so much for being on the program, sir.
My pleasure.
John Boehner, the House Speaker, reacted immediately to the jobs numbers this morning. He said, quote, "It is a testament to the hard work and entrepreneurship of the American people that they are creating any jobs in the midst of the onslaught of anti-business policies coming from this administration." Mr. Krueger, what specifically from the administration's policies have helped spur this job growth?
Well, I think there are a number of actions that the president has taken that have helped. Going back to the Recovery Act, which put the brakes on the recession. The economy was sliding at an alarming rate when the president took office. Then the payroll tax cut. Proposals from the American Jobs Act that the president made that have been passed into law, such as extending unemployment benefits, which are helping unemployed people to pay their rent and buy groceries. All of those actions are helping to support the economy.
How much of this do you feel is related to the fact that a lot of folks who are underemployed or unemployed have stopped looking for a job? Have you seen that within your numbers, or are we finally moving forward where those folks are even looking?
Well, over the last 6 months, we haven't seen a drop in labor force participation. And in fact, last month, nearly 500,000 additional people were part of the labor force. So what we're seeing over the past 24 months has been job growth in the private sector each month, despite headwinds that have been coming from Europe or from higher oil prices due to turmoil in the Middle East. So the drop in the unemployment rate has primarily been a result of more people finding jobs.
Construction jobs were down about 14,000. How much does that concern you?
Construction was ground zero in the economic and financial crisis. We've seen pretty weak residential construction, although that has shown some indications of turning around. The president proposed additional investment in infrastructure to put more construction workers back to work. That was a key component of the American Jobs Act. I think if Congress were to invest more funds in infrastructure, that will help to put more people back to work.
When you guys were fighting for the stimulus to be passed, you said that if it in fact became law that unemployment would not go above 8%. We're here at 8.3% again. Do you see it ever going down to 8%, or are we going to be living now for the foreseeable future above the 8% number?
You know, when those forecasts were made, the economy was contracting at a much greater rate than people had appreciated at the time. At the end of 2008, the initial report was that GDP was falling at a 3.8% annual rate, and that was revised. We learned last year it was falling at an 8.9% rate. So the problems that the economy was facing when the president walked into office were much, much worse than I think people had appreciated at the time. But I think one can be confident that the economy has been moving in the right direction. 24 straight months of private sector job growth. We've seen the unemployment rate drop by almost a point, full percentage point over the last year, and it's extremely important that we take the actions we can to sustain the recovery to keep up this momentum.
Can you win election with 8.3% unemployment?
You know, I leave it to others to comment on the politics. My job is to advise the president on the economic policy.
You're the money guy. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Krueger. We appreciate it.
My pleasure to be with you.